Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to clean your granite countertops. Let's get started. When my husband and I first purchased this home back in 2008, it looked completely different than it does today. This kitchen was a true time machine, kind of left in the 70s. I would actually say maybe even more in the 60s. If I can find the pictures, I'm going to insert them here. But the one thing we knew as soon as we moved in, we wanted to redo our kitchen and our bathroom. And we did most of the work ourselves. So the one thing I knew I wanted was granite countertops. Now there's more different types of countertops that you can purchase today. But for me, having a new kitchen, the thing I really wanted was the granite countertops. So for the most part, these have been pretty easy to take care of. Well, cleaning, sanitizing, and sealing the granite as well. It's been pretty easy since we moved in. I don't have any complaints about it, but it does get dirty. And today I'm going to share with you how I clean it. Very simple, just a few ingredients that you probably already have. The normal, my favorite Dawn dish detergent. We're going to add some water, and you need some microfiber cloths. Now, there are some areas on your granite that you may notice some water stains, and I do have a little bit of, I'm not sure if I would technically call them water stains. It's just where the water kind of settles all the time. Using the sink and splashing, those areas of the granite gets a little darker. So I do try to stay on top of it, but it is not easy. So today what we're going to do is I'm first going to take you to the process of cleaning my countertops, how I do it, and then I will show you some things that I have learned about water stains and sealing your granite. Okay, let me go over and move the camera over so I can show you exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I have my spray bottle here that I'm going to use. I'm just going to go ahead and add in some regular Dawn dish detergent. I don't know, just a little bit to coat the bottom. And I'm going to add in some just like lukewarm water. Maybe, I don't know, I'm going to say, I don't know, does this have measurement on it for cups? It doesn't. Oh, I'm just going to fill it up about halfway. Okay. Give it a little bit of a shake, and then I'm just going to go ahead and spray the countertop all around. As if it sprays. Okay. Okay, so I sprayed. I'm just going to spray a little bit more, and I'm going to have to move the tripod to get to the other side. But I went ahead and I wet my microfiber cloth with just a little bit of warm water, and I'm really just going to go ahead and start cleaning it in a little bit of a circular motion. Now, right here next to the sink is usually where I get that buildup. The water just kind of lays there after using the sink, and if you don't dry it right away, it does make the granite a little darker. Okay, let me go ahead and move this over. Spray this area. always try to make sure I get the edges as well, because that's where my kids like to wipe their dirty hands. Okay, so we're just going to continue this around the back of the sink and to the other side of the sink. Okay, and then I'm just going to continue spraying over here and doing the same thing. Now this is an area, since it's close to the edge of the stove, sometimes a little food gets stuck. And most of the time I can pretty much get it to come up. But if you are having a little bit of food, dried up food pieces on that area, you may want to use something like a plastic scraper to get those dried up food pieces off. I'm just going to take this up here because I can tell it's a little dirty. And actually, this is definitely a good way that you can clean your backsplash as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off. You want to make sure that you do get all of the soap off. Okay. Now that area behind the sink is very, very difficult for me to get to because one, I'm short, and two, I just, even using like a step stool to it's just an awkward spot, so I really can't get back there. I try to get as much as I can. So usually I, have to volunteer my husband to get the rest. Okay, so now that we have washed everything down and rinsed it, I like to go back in with a dry microfiber cloth and just go ahead and dry the countertop. As I have mentioned, if the water kind of settles, it starts making the granite a little dark in those areas. So I try to do this as soon as possible, just to dry it off completely and kind of, it kind of like gives it a better shine too. Okay, so there are a few things I want to mention. I did talk about water stains, and I wanted to share with you something that I have learned that you can use to get those water stains removed. Now, granite is a porous material, so you know that once you leave something on here, it is going to soak up that liquid and sometimes stain. I don't have too many issues with that except around the sink, and you know, I try to stay on top of that. But one way you can fix that is by using baking soda. All you're going to do is mix the baking soda with some water, and you're going to make it into like a paste consistency. I was going to demonstrate it for you today, but I am out of saran wrap. So that has to go on the shopping list. But what you're going to do is basically use the baking soda, put it all on top of that stained area. You're going to tape it down, puncture a little few holes in there. You're going to let it sit for 24 hours, and that should remove the stain from your granite. Again, I haven't really had to use this. I don't know, I may try it on some of the areas where it looks like it's a little darker. I don't know if that would technically work, but definitely something you can do. In between doing a really good cleaning like this, I usually just use a daily cleaner, and I've been using the Method, what's it called? Method Daily Granite Cleaner. This works very well. I've also used Wyman's. I've used a Grove Collaborative brand one, all different ones. I haven't had a problem with any of them on my granite. This is the one I use every day. Pretty much after cooking and cleaning, I use this on all my countertops. So that's definitely an option for you as well. Now, when it comes to removing those food, you know, the dried up food areas, especially near the stove, like I said, I like to use like a plastic scraper. You don't really want to use like a scrub brush unless it is a non-scratch scrub brush like Scrub Daddy or Scrub Mommy, and that should really help you get those dried up food particles off your countertop. Okay, when it comes to sanitizing your granite, you definitely don't want to use any kind of Clorox or bleach that could cause damage to your granite. But if you want to disinfect, especially if you're, you know, preparing food a lot on your granite countertop directly, what I would suggest is using a 70% alcohol, and I kind of diluted a little bit with water. Not much, because you really want the alcohol to disinfect the area. You're just really just going to go ahead and spray it on your countertop. I would say let it sit there for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then you're going to go ahead and, you know, wipe it down. But that is a great way to go ahead and sanitize it the safe way. And that is it for me today, my friends. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. I hope that you have found this helpful in some way in cleaning your own granite countertops. I am going to go ahead and link all the products that I used and mentioned today in the video description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.